Deja, you are that girl. I know you see me. Can you see me? KP, I know you see me calling you, girl. Ooh, KG, that was cute. Yes, ma'am, KG. I know this service is working. I have Verizon Wireless. Our service don't break down. No. Yes, Janae. Work me, Janae. You have an incoming call, girl. Answer the phone. Now. What is going on, Miss Jordyn?
Nothing.
We've been trying to do this for a little minute, and the people have been waiting for a while. So do me a favor and introduce yourself.
Okay. Why am I saying like I don't know who I am? I'm Jordyn. I'm Jordyn Celestin. I'm 22 years old. I currently attend Southern University. I'm a psychology major. I was the former captain of the Southern University Golden Blues dance team.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So before becoming a Golden Blue dancer, what other dance experiences did you have?
I've so outside of Golden Blues, I've been dancing for 16 years.
Mm,
I've been trained in all types of genres: ballet, hip hop, jazz, contemporary, lyrical, modern, point,
mm.
a little bit of gymnastics here and there. But yeah, I've been dancing for about 16 years. I danced in high school at Zachary High.
Mm-hmm.
I was a 4-year member of the team. I was co-captain in 2016, and then in
Mm-hmm.
2017 I was the captain of that team, and then I came to Southern, and
So
yeah,
you just have a mix of all types of dance, I see.
yes.
Oh
I'm
wow.
a
So
jack of all trades.
so what gravitated you towards the Golden Blue dancers?
So, it was really more so of like the diversity for me because I'm
Mm-hmm.
a diverse dancer. I've come from, obviously a very like wide range of genres. So just seeing that they do contemporary, which is my favorite. I love contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that they do like other genres besides jazz kind of really struck my interest in it to begin with. Um, and as well, they just seem so well. Funny story. I actually, before I auditioned, I didn't plan on audition. I didn't plan on auditioning at all. And
Okay.
then the day of like the first audition, I had went upstairs in the union and I met this girl. And she was just like, I really think you should do it. She was just kind of like
Mm-hmm.
really talking me into doing it. I'm like, I don't think so. She's like, I really think you should give it a try. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll give it a try. So the actual day of like the first auditions, I just signed the paper and I just went. But come to find out, that girl, she was actually a member of the team. Her name is Lynn,
Oh wow.
and she was the captain. She was the captain the year previous before I was captain,
Mm.
and she happened to be on the team. And yeah,
But
she
you
was the
bring up a
reason. She was the
yeah,
reason why I
you bring
tried
up a
out.
you bring up a great point how you know the Golden Blues are so diverse and they don't
Mhm.
just they're not in just this box.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I really love about the Golden Blues. Like they're not put in like a box. They can just do whatever. And I love that about the Golden Blues because I mean it gets you to do other things instead for like just
Yes.
one set thing, you know?
Yes, it keeps it interesting. It really keeps it
Yeah.
keeps it keeps practice very interesting because you don't know
Yeah.
what we're gonna do.
Right. So how was it transitioning from high school or being in dance classes to being on the Golden Blues, like how was that transition?
Oh, child. Okay, it was very rough. It was a very rough transition for me personally because growing up, I didn't really have that much. I mean, I had exposure to Southern, but not like the dance team wise,
Right.
because I always, growing up, I always wanted to go to like the dance camps and stuff like that, but I never
Hmm.
was allowed to go because my dance team would always have camp the same exact days. So
Mm.
I never went to any dance camps or anything like that. I was never really exposed to like that style of dance. So
Hmm.
I had to really like get it out the mud. Like I've trained
Wow.
for that style probably like a year before I was a senior. Like I literally trained for like 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of grasp the style. And even then, I didn't have the style at all
Right.
because I go back and I watch videos and I'd be like, "Ew, you look a mess." But
Oh no. No.
it was definitely a journey for me. And then, of course, I had people that went to Southern that were
Hmm.
friends of mine, and they helped me transition into the style, and they helped me get, kind of get a grasp of it,
Yeah, that's
kind of,
really
kind,
good.
kind of a grasp.
That's really good. So, how was your first tryout? Like, were you scared? Were you nervous? Like, how did you
Oh,
feel?
baby, I was nervous. I was so nervous. I literally like I told myself I was like, you know what? I'm just stay in the back. I don't want to be in the front.
Oh no.
I'm gonna just stay in the back. And I literally stayed all the way in the very very back. One because it was a lot of girls that auditioned like my first year. It was
Hmm.
a ton of girls.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard to get a spot in the front to begin with. But I've never been that dancer to like intentionally like try and outshine anybody. Like
Yeah.
I've always been a dancer. Like I respect other people's area and I respect,
Hmm.
them as a dancer. And I know we all in here trying to do the same thing. We all trying to make the team. But
Yeah.
if you're a true star, you're gonna shine, wherever
Yeah.
you are,
And
whether
I
you're
was
in the
just about
front,
to say that.
whether
Hmm.
you're in the front or whether you're in the back. So I took my tail to the back, child, and I
And
was
that's
just
great that
like,
they looked at you, even though you were in the back. I'm glad that they
oh,
looked
but
and
but let me say this. When I went to the back, one of the judges, he was helping with the audition, and we're actually really
hmm
good friends now. His name is Joffrey. He came up to
hmm
me, and I was so scared when he came up to me. He tapped me on my shoulder. He was like, "I don't want to see you in the back no more. You carry your tail to the front." I said, "Yes, sir." And I went to the front, and from that day forward, I never went to the back ever again. But we
yeah,
actually ended up becoming really good friends. So
yeah. You gotta show out when it comes to auditioning, baby. You gotta show out.
yeah,
That's your moment. That's your time. That's your moment. You know.
yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes. I learned from
So
that day forward. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get in the front.
yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. So how was trying out for the dolls different from trying out for the Golden Blues? Like, what was that difference?
So the one big difference is that Golden Blues is obviously in person. So they have like at the last day of auditions, they have people come in like your family and stuff like that, and they can actually watch, like you dance and watch the actual audition process. So that's one very big difference. With
Hmm.
dolls, it's closed in. It's a closed audition.
Yeah.
Um, Another difference is theirs is actually one day. So
Hmm.
it ours includes the same amount of rounds, but ours is split into 3 different days.
Right.
So with ours, you go there the first day and you don't get judged. You
Hmm.
kind of go through across the floor and you learn the first dance, which is the jazz dance. That's another
Right.
difference. We do 2 different genres. So
Mm.
you have to know how to do jazz and you have to know how to do hip hop as well.
Mm.
Um,
That's hey, go have at it.
Yeah, you gotta have both. You can't have one or the other. It has to be both.
I like that.
Um, so the first day you do across the floor and you learn your jazz dance, and then the second day is when they start making cuts. So you do the
Hmm.
across the floor that you learned on the first day, and then you do the jazz dance as well, like in groups of 2 or 3, depending on how many girls it is, and then they make cuts. And then after they make cuts that same night, you then go and you learn the hip hop dance. And then after the
Hmm.
hip hop dance, the next day you go and perform the jazz and the hip hop dance in front of everybody. And then they pick the team
Oh,
from there.
I
So it's
I know that's
very
nerve wracking.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
even like from being a new girl to being like on the team is nerve wracking every single year. Every single year
Mm.
because it's just a stress. It's I wouldn't say it's stressful, but it's very. It what am I trying to say? It allows them to see like who really has it and who doesn't have it.
Hmm.
Because you get to see how you work under pressure. You get to
Hmm.
see how good are you at retaining like choreography overnight.
Mhm.
If you're able to see like if you went home and practice, like if you actually go home and practice, like it really shows a lot about a dancer, having it split up that way. And it shows if you're versatile, like if you can go from doing a jazz dance and being all girly and stuff and then go straight
Mhm.
into hip hop and
Yep.
show, thug it out.
But that is like having a open tryout is so intimidating because you have so many different eyes on you as well.
Yeah,
So I truly understand,
yeah,
how intimidating that can be. So
yeah.
in your
And
opinion, go ahead.
it's even more intimidating because most of the crowd is like older GMB.
Yeah.
So it's like people from all the way from 2000 all the way up until like the current year that you're auditioning. Like it's just filled with nothing but them. Like that's all you see, and they just sitting there
Mm.
looking at you like.
Baby, that is intimidating.
It really is,
But but in go ahead.
but in the hindsight of it, like that's what we do. Like we perform in front of huge crowds. Like we perform in front of a lot of people. So yeah, it really just shows if you have that true star factor.
So in your opinion, what would you say is your favorite? Do you like open or closed tryouts?
I like open better because I get to feed off the crowd. Like if
Hmm.
the crowd is not giving me a response when I'm dancing, then I'm not doing enough.
Yeah. Well, you can feel like
So
you're not doing enough.
yes, I feel like I'm not doing enough, and I may be over the top, child. Sometimes I can get a little carried away, but if I
Yeah.
don't, I like that response and that energy that the crowd brings. I don't know, it just brings a different type of energy, and I feel like closed auditions. I feel like that's even more intimidating to me because it's literally
Mm.
just you and somebody else just staring at you like this,
Right.
up
Right.
close and
No
personal.
reaction.
No reaction, no nothing, no
Nope.
crowd, no hand claps, no laughs,
Right.
no yay, no go ahead, Jordyn, no none of that. Like
It's
it's
just the
just
next.
straight, yeah, just straight silence. And you really don't be knowing how you did. Like I like that
Yeah.
feedback. That feedback from the
Yeah.
crowd is what I love the most. So
Yes. So did you regret not, completing your whole year as a doll?
I don't know. No.
Okay. Okay.
Because if and I tell this to everybody that like asks me about this. If I had the opportunity to go back and do what I did again, I would do it all over again because I wouldn't be the person that I am right now. Like I wouldn't be
Yeah.
as versatile as a dancer as I am right now. I wouldn't have met all the people that I've met, all the connections. One thing
Mm.
GMB gonna do is gonna give you some connections, baby.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have I wouldn't be the Jordyn that I am right now. Like I wouldn't be able to tell this story and be just this conqueror, I guess you want to call it.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me. And I've always been the type of person to kind of like go against the grain a little
Yeah.
bit. That's just the type
And
of
it's
person
good to
that I
go.
am.
It's great to go against the grain.
I'm kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't say I'm a rule breaker, but I like to go against the grain. I like to be different. I like to be me.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not able to freely be me, then I just can't do it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. 'Cause
so making that decision to go to GMB really helped me a lot in the long run. It allowed me to learn myself, like and what I want for my life. Because growing up, I was the only girl. I'm the only girl out of boys, and I'm the baby. So I was pretty
yeah.
sheltered growing up. I never really made decisions for myself. My mom always made the decisions for me, and
Hmm.
it was strictly school, practice, and home. Literally
Yeah.
in that order. So when I got to college, it was I just had all this freedom. And that was kind of like my first chance at like making a true decision like for myself. Like it was like boom, welcome to adulthood. This is your
Yeah.
first task. Pick what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I did
Yeah.
what I wanted to do, and that's it.
So was that a hard decision for you? Like, did you have to like really think about
Yes.
what could come next?
Yeah, I really did think about it very hard, but I'm a Taurus and I'm very hard headed. So
Yeah.
whenever I make a decision, I stick with that decision. And it takes a lot to change that
Yeah.
decision in me. Um, so I did think about it a lot. I had a lot of people tell me, I think you should stay. My mom even tried to talk me into it. My dad tried to talk me into it. Everybody tried to talk me back into staying. And I'm just like, no, like I made up my mind. No, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Yeah. You,
So
you gotta you gotta stand in your you gotta stand in it. Shoot. You
yeah,
gotta stand.
I
But
seen, I
go ahead.
seen, I seen the vision for myself, and I just stuck with it, and here I am.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you ever get like irritated when you see like certain statements made, and YouTube comments saying, certain things? Like, do
Yes,
you ever
of
get
course.
irritated on those things?
Yes, all the time because it's like you don't know me. Like
Yeah.
what you talking about, son? Like you don't know me. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like you never been in my shoes. You never been in my life. You never been in the position that I've been in. You've never you half of y'all don't even know how to dance. Like and I'm being
I know.
honest. Like the people that have the most to say don't know anything about dance. They don't know anything about what actually goes on behind the scenes. And it gets aggravating because like you can't say anything because
Right.
you have to be a representation of the organization and you just kind of have to
Hmm.
go past it. But I've learned like enough is enough. When enough is enough, then like that's when you need to speak. And one
Yeah.
time she just took it. I don't know if it's a she or he or who, but they took it too far. They
Yeah.
took it too far, and I had to step in and say something because you're not about to put out this character of me that you made up
Yeah.
in your head that you think I am when I'm not that person.
And you never know
So
who's watching. You know what I'm saying? You
exactly,
never know who's
exactly.
watching. So, and you have to keep up your image, your brand. So,
Yes,
I get it. I get it.
yes. It
I
does
get
get
it.
it gets very irritating because it's just like
Right.
shut up, shut
Right.
up.
Right. So, enough of dog questions. So,
Mhm.
how did you feel once you actually made the Golden Blues?
I was nervous
Hmm.
because, well, me and my mom was both nervous. My mom actually didn't want me to try out for Golden Blues, but once again, I put my foot down and I was like, no, woman, I'm trying out. I want to dance. I don't care where I'm at. As long as I'm dancing, I'm fine. It don't matter.
Right.
So I went audition, and when I actually made it, I'm gonna be honest. I actually didn't think I was going to make it because of
Mm.
what happened with the whole doll situation.
Yeah.
But I end up making it, and I'm glad that they, see me for who I am, for my talent, and what I could bring to the team. So I'm very thankful for that. But once I
Yeah.
made it, I was very nervous because I don't really have many friends. I only have one
Hmm.
friend, and that's my best friend from high school. And she goes to Xavier, so we were distance apart. So I didn't really know anybody at Southern.
Yeah.
I was by myself, so I was just kind of starting fresh on making friends. So once I made the team and I got introduced to my Ricky sisters. I don't know. I was just kind of nervous
Yeah.
because I'm very timid on like opening up and like showing my vulnerable side to people that I don't
Right.
know. But once once that part kind of got out the window, and we just kind of going
Click.
there. Yeah, we clicked real
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they gave you that opportunity to just come in and just, be yourself and everything. So
Yes,
I'm really happy that Golden Blues was able to do that for you.
yes, most definitely.
Yeah. So how was your whole rookie experience? Like your
Good
first
job.
year, like how was that?
That was the most fun I've ever had in my college career. um, my rookie experience was probably the best. And I say that because we got to experience Jonas.
Yeah.
We are the last class that Jonas has ever had since he moved and he went to Wiley. So just being able to say that and being able to actually experience what it was like to be on the team during that time, it was really one of a kind. Like, we were spoiled. John spoils his
Hmm.
babies, okay? Like, we were spoiled rotten. Like, he did everything for us. So he really, like, he made our rookie season, as well as our captain, like even our vets, they made our rookie season like very memorable. Like going to Bayou Classic
Yeah.
for the first time, that was a trip in itself. Like, we
Yeah.
just overall, we just had a very great time our rookie season. Like, I don't know, being a rookie is very exciting because it's so many new things. Like,
Yeah.
so
You
many
get
new
to experience
things.
so much stuff.
Yes, it's very fun.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
So, what is something that your captain taught you that really stuck with you throughout your years as a Golden Blue dancer?
Be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't let the hype get to you. Don't let the the title that you get, if you ever do get a title, just being a part of the team, don't let that change who you are as a person, because some people, they probably like come from nothing, and once
Hmm.
they finally get that position to actually be something, they kind of take it a little overboard, or they kind
That's
of just
true.
lose sight of who they truly are and who that person who they were when they initially got on the team. So she just always reminded us, like, girl, don't let the hype get to you. Like, stay true to who you are as a
Mhm.
person. Don't let anything change you. Just, stay you, and people will see you for you, and they will, if you're a true leader, people will follow you.
Yeah. That's
And
definitely true.
that's that. So that's definitely
That's
stuck
a
with me.
Now that's a word.
That's
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 definitely a word.
something that's something that definitely stuck with me. Because it can't happen. And it
Yeah.
has it has it has happened to me in
Plenty
moments
of
where,
time. Oh, not to
yeah,
you.
where
I'm just
oh, but yeah, to me, like,
saying.
that's happened many of times where I had to like check myself, and I'm like, hold on, Jordyn, like,
Yeah.
you not this girl, so don't even act like that. But
That's real. That's real, honestly.
yep.
So, what would you say that you learned about yourself during your rookie season?
That's a very good question. Um, Something that I've learned about myself my rookie season is, I really don't know.
I mean,
Oh my god.
that's a very hard question because you have to go back into that, rookie
Yes.
mindset.
Yes, I have to go back to who I was as a rookie, because I'm definitely not that person anymore. Um, uh, I would have to say that my rookie season, I really don't know, because I was just quiet. Like, I came
Maybe
to
you got out of
practice.
your maybe you got out of your shell a little bit more.
Yes, I can say that it has helped me come out of my shell and really speak up,
Hmm.
about certain things. Like, if I feel like something is wrong, or if I feel like, okay, I didn't like how this and that was done, maybe we could take it a different approach. Like, it's definitely helped me learn to speak up, because I was very quiet. Like, I came
Yeah,
in, I did what I had to do at practice, and I left, and that was
yeah.
it. And when stuff would happen, like, I wouldn't say anything. I would just be chilling, in my own little bubble, in my own little world, just
Minding your
ready to,
business.
minding my business, child, minding my business.
Yes,
So it's definitely helped me learn to like speak up, and not even like just in a dance world, but like just in the real world. Like, you don't get what you want unless you speak up. So you
right.
can't, expect people to read your mind. So
That's
it's
true.
definitely helped me with that. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. So, what would you say is a golden blue element that was pretty hard for you to grasp? Like, what was like something that you was just like, oh, that was kind of hard. I can't really get that.
It was the rolling of the body for me.
Okay.
Like, G&B is very fluid. We're very
Hmm.
fluid, but we're also very sharp and precise. So
Right.
it was finding the happy medium between both, and learning. I don't know. It was just something about rolling the body that I just couldn't really grasp. Like
Yeah.
I could roll, but not how they wanted me to roll. If that
Yeah.
makes sense, because it was the white girl that was coming out of me that was just
Oh
like
no.
girl,
Right.
what? I don't know. I just couldn't grasp that for myself because I could
Yeah.
roll, but I just couldn't fully extend my role how they wanted me to. But that just came with, gaining a little weight, getting some hips, getting a little
Oh
butt.
Lord.
That's all I needed.
Yeah, yeah, that's all you need.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then you could just feel it. Just feel
Yes. Yes.
it.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
what did you want to do differently your second year than you did your first year as a Golden Blue?
Smile.
Yeah, that's
Smile.
hard. That's a hard
It's
thing to
it's
do.
hard because my freshman year, I like they would always tell us they was like, make sure y'all smiling because y'all gonna go back and look at these videos and y'all gonna be like, oh, I look a hot mess when I'm not smiling. And shit, I didn't think they was talking about me. I thought I was doing a good job. So
Yeah.
the years go by and I'm watching the videos. In my second year, I went back and I watched the videos and I'm like, girl, you look a fool. Like you look so mad. You look so angry. So I'm like, okay, this year, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make faces. I'm gonna smile. And
Hmm.
even then, like I still like caught myself like just me looking like I have a natural resting B face.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to take that as like, oh, she in a bad mood or she mean, she this, that, and that. I'm
Hmm.
not. I'm not.
Right.
So I had to learn just how to watch my face, watch my body language,
Hmm.
because the cameras catch everything,
They catch everything.
whether you in the front or the back,
Yes, that's definitely true. It
the
catches
front, the back,
everything.
it catches
Definitely.
everything.
So,
Yeah.
being that Golden Blues are so diverse in their style, what would you say is your favorite genre of dance that you guys performed?
Contemporary.
Yeah, that's what you
And
used to.
yes, that's what I'm used to. So like whenever we do contemporary, and we only do it for like coronation. So whenever we do contemporary, I don't know, I just feel like I'm at home. Like I just feel
Yeah.
like this is my element. I'd be like, yes. She's like, we about to work on coronation. I'm like, yes, I'm ready. Like I've been waiting for this moment. Coronation is my favorite because that's when I feel, I don't know, like being able to just get that out of me just that one good time. And it's not
Yeah.
just one good time because we be practicing it over and over and over again.
Hmm.
But just being able to showcase that we are like a very diverse team because contemporary is hard.
Hmm.
Even I
Yeah.
find it
It,
hard,
it
and it's
it's
my
beautiful, but
favorite.
it's definitely hard.
It's hard. So,
Yes.
um, yeah, coordination is definitely always a favorite of mine. Being able to just
Yeah.
be vulnerable with my fellow dance mates.
Yeah. So, how was it being? How was it different being a rookie versus being a vet now?
Oh, baby, it's a lot of difference. Um, Being a rookie, it's just kind of you're scared because you don't know
Hmm.
you don't know what to expect. Um, Also because you're new to everything, so you're not really sure how everything works, and you just have the vet telling you, okay, you need to do this, okay, you need to do that, okay, you need to do this too, okay, you need to do
Yeah.
that too, and you just like it's just a lot because like they telling you all the elements that you need in order to be, to look right by the time the season
Hmm.
comes, and it's just a lot. But baby, when you pass over to that vet season, it's like a breath of fresh air because it's like I know everything that I need to know now. I don't need to worry about
Hmm.
learning new stuff unless it's like new catch-ons. But other
Right.
than that, G&B do not change. Like
Mm.
don't
So
nothing change about it.
that's another good question because I didn't know the chat. So when it comes to G and B, do you guys call them catch-ons or just counts? Or like, what do y'all call?
We call them
Just regular
catch-ons.
counts.
We call them
Okay.
counts. We call them counts, catch-ons, whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we
I
call them
never knew
catch-ons,
that.
but we don't call them stands because obviously we're not in the stands. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
we call them
Right. Right.
catch-ons.
Right. So let me ask you this. I know that Jonas was definitely there, and now
Yes.
you have Connor.
Hmm.
What was the difference as far as them two being a coach for you guys?
Um, Jonas was very, I don't know. there's really not a big difference between the two because they kind of does like an awesome job at bringing what Jonas wants to the table.
Hmm.
Like
Right.
they about equal with each other. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
equal. They are equal with each other because Jonas, like, he has a standard for GMB and it's strictly that standard. If it's not that, then you off the team. And Connor's the
Yeah.
same way. Like, we have a standard for the team, and if you don't follow that standard, then you off the team. So,
Right.
and they both have like the same vision in mind for GMB, just taking it to the next level like every single year. And they both did, well, Jonas did and Connor does. They they did and do what they need to do and did in order
Yeah.
to get GMB to the next level and keep it up and running and keep it going. So
Yes.
there
Yes.
really is no difference. Connor,
That's
but
good.
I can't say Jonas is more of like Papa Bear to us, and Connor is more
Hmm.
of like our mom slash sister slash auntie slash therapist slash
Everything.
friend, everything. Yeah, kind of is a little bit more relatable to us because she's a female as well. But
Right.
Jonas is definitely dad. That's dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, how was it finding out that you were going to be the next Golden Blue captain? Like, how did you feel?
I was excited at first,
Okay.
and then COVID happened,
I'm gonna
and
ask you about that too.
I was just, I don't know, like, once I was so excited because me and Connor, like, we have been talking about all the things that we envisioned for the team. Like, we was about to do so much stuff that was just gonna take it to the next level. Like, we was about to do team hairstyles. We was
Mm.
we was we was about to take it there. Like, we was about to get, like, I don't know if you ever seen like NBA dancers like actually dance,
Yeah.
but we were going in like the uniforms that they wear. Like, we were gonna get real NBA
Oh.
uniforms from a real NBA like brand that does uniforms. So we was about to take it there, and then COVID happened, and then that all that just
Mm.
kind of went down the drain, and we had to start fresh and revamp. But once like the season kind of started rolling, because we were actually virtual, we was practicing virtual for like a month or
Hmm.
two. And after that month or two went by and we actually like started practicing in person and everything started rolling, it started to feel a little bit more normal, but we were kind of just behind on like the things that we had planned for the team.
Right.
So we didn't get to touch everything that we wanted to do, but we
Mm.
did get to touch a lot, like the swimsuit
Ah,
calendar, bringing the swimsuit calendars back. Like
I was
we
gonna ask you about that too.
we did a lot.
So, what made you guys bring that back?
So the swimsuit calendars have always been a thing, but they haven't had one in probably about like 6 or 9 years, I want to say. But I
Hmm.
don't know. It was just something about the swimsuit calendars for me. I was like, yes. And then on top of that, that's money. Like,
Yeah.
we want new
Great
outfits.
fundraiser.
Yes, we want new uniforms. We want new outfits. So we need to do what we got to do in order to, make that happen. So I was just very prominent on like, okay, kind of like we need to do a swimsuit calendar. We have to do a swimsuit calendar, and we made it happen. I don't know how we did it, but we made it happen.
It was nice. It was so nice. It really
Thank you,
was.
thank you.
I love your picture with the white swimsuit. That was sick.
Yes,
Loved
thank
it.
you.
So, what would you say is the hardest part about being a captain?
Showing up for everybody
Yeah.
because not everybody. I'm gonna take these headphones out because
You good.
not everybody has like the same dedication as everyone else on the
Hmm.
team. Not everybody's going to be the same type of dancer. You always going to have those people that just kind of show up and do what they got to do, and they go home. And
Right.
then you overachievers. You're gonna have those people that just kind of are in the middle. They have their days and stuff like that. So as a captain, like, you really have to show up and make up for everybody wherever they slack. You have to be
Hmm.
creative. You have to be different than the past
Yep.
captain for you. And it's very hard these days because literally everything is done. Like, everything has been
Right.
done. So it's kind of hard to come up with like creative stuff for the team, to keep the team elevating and still have the
Yeah,
team
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
because G&B has always been different. So just trying to find those little things that we could do that nobody else has done that still sets us apart from everybody else, or even do stuff that has been done and just make it our own. That's definitely been was a difficult task.
Speaking of doing things that can elevate the brand, you guys did the Good Kisser video. How was that?
Okay, Good Kisser is my favorite. Good Kisser was a lot of fun. I still love Good Kisser. Good Kisser is actually my favorite. It's my favorite
Yeah,
video
it's
ever.
beautiful.
It's just down to the videographer, like Michael, hands down Michael, because Michael did that. It wouldn't
Yeah,
have been nothing without Michael. Um, but Good Kisser was a lot of fun because the choreography was actually choreography that we came up with, like together as a team, even like including Connor. Connor is very like, well, what do you guys want to do? Like, what do y'all want to do?
yeah,
She allows us to like be expressive, when it comes to routines, and we tell her, give her ideas on like what we could do and stuff like that. So that made it a lot of fun. And then on top of that, we were able to have solo moments. So we actually
yeah.
with ourselves. Um, so that was a lot of fun being able to like just showcase like the stuff that we can't do like as a team, but that as we can
Mhm.
do individual dancers. That was a lot of fun being able to do
And,
that.
and and now that you say that you guys wanted to go with the NBA kind of theme, that kind of reminded me of that.
Yes,
It's that that TV show that used to come on VH1.
hit
Can't
the
think of the
floor.
name of it. Hit the floor. It gave me Hit the Floor.
That's what we had in mind. That's what we were going for.
Yeah,
We would hit the floor vibes. Like that's what we want, and that's what we did.
it was
That's what
sickening. I loved it. I
good
loved
kiss.
it.
Good kiss is definitely probably number two in my book out of performances.
Yeah, yeah. So how do you feel about dancers making, Golden Blues an afterthought? People don't realize how much work you guys put in and how diverse you guys are. Like a lot of dancers, they tend to like put you guys second for some odd reason. Like, how do you feel about that?
Um, I mean, of course, like it hurts my little heart because I love G&B so much, and like you can only truly know what G&B is about unless you've been on the team to know like how
Right.
special really is and like how amazing like the team actually is. So when like dancers put G&B second and stuff like that, I'm just like, you don't know what you're missing out, but that's okay. That's okay because we gonna wish you would have been on the team because let me tell you something. These little dancers out here, they love to fathom over like what's popular or what's in the now, what's being shown the most because they want to be popular. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They they want to be on these dance teams 9 times out of 10 for the wrong reasons. They don't want to be on a dance team just to dance. They want to dance and they want to gain the popularity from it.
Hmm.
But with me, it's not even about the popularity for us. It's about dancing, and that's it. And loving to dance and having such a
Yeah.
strong for dance. So like when most people maybe audition for another dance team and then they audition for G&B, they stay with G&B because it's such a fun team. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to be anywhere else because it's such a fun team. And it's filled with I don't know if I curse. It's filled with talented ass
Oh,
dancers.
go ahead. I
It's
don't care.
filled with talented ass dancers. Like, oh my gosh. Like
Yeah.
just talented dancers like in just different genres. Like you have your dancers that are solely like just hip hop and they can hip it out. You have your people that are jazz that can jazz it out. You got your people that can do both.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
G&B is filled with a lot of like gems, most
And
definitely.
then, like as you say that, you have so many different talented girls. You can implement all of the things that they know and just come together with something so sickening.
Exactly. So
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 yeah.
sickening. People don't realize that. okay, I'm a talented dancer. Maybe I should bring my talents to this team, and then maybe I could teach them to do it as a whole, so I could just take the team as a
Right.
whole. People don't think like that. I think like that,
Yeah.
but people don't think like that. Like, who
Yeah.
could become like the reason a team becomes so popular, or the reason
Yeah.
a team becomes so great. And I'm not saying that it's solely just that one person, but you don't know who you may influence, because Lord child, I could go on and on about this, but
Yeah. Yeah.
never sleep on them small teams, because those small
Mm-mm.
teams be those talented people.
That's
Be
true. That's that's true. I'm gonna go into the last question because I know you gotta go.
my
Um, how did COVID affect your captain season, and like how did you overcome those issues?
Yeah. So like I said before, um, it really pushed back like a lot of things that I had in mind for GMV. And I even talked to like the people, the vets that were on the team. Like I told them like all the things that I wanted to do. And we was just all on board. We was like, oh yes, this is gonna be a year to remember. Like this is bomb. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
um so it pushed back like a lot of ideas and a lot of things that I had, that me and Connor both had in mind for the team. And then as well, it was a big challenge for me because we were virtual for about 2 months. So having to have practice in my living room and make sure the rookies look how they look, and making sure they doing what they supposed to do at home. We're trying to make sure that 10 other girls, 12, 13 other girls doing what the hell they supposed to be doing at home. That's
Yeah.
hard. And
Yeah.
then whenever we were allowed to go back to in person, it was more so of a thing like, okay, everything that we did virtual, you need to have that perfected by the time we come to practice, because we rolling the ball, because we so behind.
Right.
Um, so because the things that we were teaching via Zoom, it would have went a lot faster if we were in person.
Right.
Um, so I don't. It was just a struggle. And then on top of that, we didn't have mirrors the whole
Mm.
year. Practice without mirrors for the whole entire year. So really, really, really like pull it out of our ass. We had
Yeah.
to.
And then it's so hard to like teach somebody virtually because you have to deal with details. You have to make sure timing is correct. That's
Yes,
hard.
people just playing music via Zoom, and everybody just account off because the music playing ahead of everybody, and then everybody just all on different counts. It was a mess. It was a
Yeah.
mess. But we got it done though. But it was a mess. It was definitely.
Well, I want to thank you. I know you got to go. I want to thank you so much for coming here. This was a great interview.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. I'll talk to you later now.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
shit up.